Covering Colorado first, days after 4 people were washed away in flash flooding, search crews pull another body out of the Poudre River.
That's a car.
And a musician that went into the canyon for inspiration says he'll never forget the destructive power of nature he saw that last day. Plus,
I was in one of the shoe stores and I heard a lot of screaming.
A 2-year-old is in critical condition after a tragic accident. Well, we know tonight about what happened. We're on weather alert tonight. Heavy rain is flooding some Boulder streets. Check this video out from U reporter Julie Pearl. This is at the intersection of 9th and Balsam in Boulder. You can see at least 1 car is caught in that deep water. Meteorologist Dave Aguilera is in Colorado's Weather Center, keeping an eye on the storms moving across Colorado. Dave, those storms just dropped buckets in a very short amount of time.
You're not kidding. From Boulder all the way down to Bailey.
In northern Colorado, the Larimer County Sheriff confirms tonight another victim of the flash floods in the Poudre Canyon has been found. This is an adult male. With lower water levels, searchers are now able to actually comb over the areas that they didn't get a chance to thoroughly search just a matter of days ago. CBS4's Michael Abeda was first with this breaking news. New video of the flash flood in the Poudre Canyon shows a home and car being washed away Tuesday night. It was shot by a local musician, Ryan Dart, who was recording music just across the road at that time. Our Connor McHugh is live tonight in Boulder County, where he met Dart at a recording studio earlier today. Connor, he and those staying with him had an up-close view of that very scary scene.
Dillon, Dart calls it a day he will never forget.
Connor, thank you. I-70 through Glenwood Canyon is back open again tonight after shutting down for a few hours during a flash flood warning. Flash flooding and mudslides have made travel through the canyon a gamble this summer. This is video of flash flooding just last week showing how quickly it can happen on a burn scar and just how devastating it can be. The interstate has been a mess of closures today. Earlier today, a wildfire shut down I-70 in both directions between Eagle and Gypsum. CSP says erratic fire behavior mixed with strong winds has really pushed that fire to the east along the interstate. That section of the interstate has since reopened, but one eastbound lane is still shut down for fire crews. And shortly after that, the fire sparked a car chase shut down westbound I-70 at the Gypsum exit. Colorado State Patrol shared these pictures showing the suspect's vehicles upside down in the ditch. Right now, the westbound lanes at the Gypsum exit are still closed. Meanwhile, a mudslide on the western slope has also shut down eastbound I-70. CDOT says all eastbound lanes are blocked at the Palisade exit. Over half a dozen slides shut down highways and interstates just this weekend. Aurora police are investigating what appears to be a very tragic accident after a 2-year-old fell 2 stories at the Aurora Mall. Our Jacqueline Quinn joins us now near the mall. And Jacqueline, what do we know about the little boy's condition at this hour?
Dillon, we know.
And to the east, a crowd of over 15,000 people overwhelmed the Arapahoe County Fair this weekend. There were so many people that fair officials started turning away people around 8 p.m., even if they had pre-purchased their tickets. The fair's executive team says that there were too many people and cars were blocking the narrow roads, which ultimately would have made it impossible for emergency vehicles to respond to a crisis.
We anticipated bigger crowds.
An update to a story we brought you yesterday. Fire crews are pulling back from an uncontrolled fire burning at the Pawnee Power Plant in Morgan County. A storage facility at the plant holding more than 23,000 tons of coal caught fire on Friday. Thankfully, no one was hurt. Because of the amount of fuel and the tight space, there is not a lot that the crews can really do in order to stop that burn, but let it burn. Xcel Energy will take over suppression efforts on the fire, but local fire departments are still standing by to support as needed. The plant has been shut down. Crews won't be able to assess the damage or investigate the cause until the fire burns itself out. The 125th annual Cheyenne Frontier Days is officially underway. The daddy of them all kicked off Friday night with a performance by Garth Brooks. 25 years ago, Garth Brooks played Frontier Days alongside rodeo and country star Chris Ledoux. A longtime Cheyenne resident was a fan favorite at that time. In a one-on-one interview with Garth before his show Friday night, I asked him what it was like to play with Ledoux a quarter-century ago.
This blessing is a curse. The blessing is the memory. The curse is the truth. I was working my ass off that night. Had the crowd where I thought I wanted them. he comes out, this crowd gets 10 times louder than it ever did. Didn't get that loud again. So he's one of those guys that always taught you a lesson when you played with him. And if in life, on stage, whatever. Love the man, can't say enough about him.
Garth had an amazing show after our interview before a sold-out crowd. He says Denver's show a couple years ago, still his favorite all time. But there are still tickets to other concerts and rodeos this week. Visit CBSDenver.com for more information on how to get yours. There was an unscheduled rodeo on I-70 in Eagle County last night. 4 runaway horses were seen galloping on eastbound I-70 in Eagle. The Gypsum Fire Chief spotted them, then he drove behind them for 3 miles, keeping them safe ultimately so they could be wrangled. Colorado State Patrol and Eagle Police shut down the interstate for safety and helped capture the horses. Good Samaritans then helped load them into trailers and take them back to the fairgrounds where they ran away from that area. No horses or people were hurt. Well, we're on a weather alert as rain pounds parts of the state tonight. Meteorologist Dave Aguilera has been keeping an eye on those moving storms.
Maybe they were running away from all the storms we had today. Man, only here, but also up in the mountains.
If it's not raining, it's just wicked hot.
I know. We can't find a happy medium, can we?
All right, Dave, thanks so much.
You betcha.
Well, Michael Spencer now joining us. Michael, the Avs so close to getting the Stanley Cup. Next thing you know, they can't secure the rest of their team.
Yeah, that's the big question heading into this week. What is the future? In case you're wondering, they're 37.5-point favorites over Iran. Bad loss today. I have a feeling they will bounce back. I don't know if they cover that spread, but I have a feeling they bounce back against Iran.
Fournier, former Nugget, traded to Boston for 2 second-round picks. Greatest player in the Olympics.
Never played like that when he was here.
Maybe we'll get him for a first this year. Mike, thanks so much.
For the news you need when you need it.
Well, the bison at Rocky Mountain Arsenal have officially caught Olympic fever. A U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service camera caught this graceful 12-foot leap across a cattle guard this morning. It shows just how powerful these animals are.
That's a good leap.
Yeah, Dave, can you jump like that?
I wish I could. Not anymore.
Back in the day, right?
Yeah, I know, right? There you go. You guys know anything about birds?
A little bit.
Birds. I got 2 birds here for you. Nina Bowling sent this from Broomfield. She says they brought the Oriole got a nice little snack there for him.
I love it nonetheless.
For her.
Exactly. Michael, Dave, thanks so much, and thanks for joining us tonight on CBS4.